major college football program in the Power 5 position. I'll talk about it and whether he would actually consider leaving Jackson State after just one complete fall football season. We'll talk about it after the month. It's good people. Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel on Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Deion Sanders, he just completed his first calendar year since being introduced as the new head football coach, the 21st football coach in the history of the Jackson State Tigers football program down there in Jackson, Mississippi, the HBCU. And on that day that celebrated Coach Prime's first year at Jackson State, his name was brought up at a really interesting place. USC, the Trojans, the USC, the men of Troy in Southern California after Reggie Bush, the Heisman Trophy winner at USC, one of the Heisman Trophy winners, several. The USC said USC should go down and plug Deion from Jackson State and hire him as the new head coach of the Trojans. Now, here's why Reggie is probably saying that. Because Deion, Coach Prime, has already shown a gift from the gods that he can recruit. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, brought in 35 transfers. 35. 85% of his roster is completely different from the spring season. Since he coached in the spring, 85% of his roster is different from the spring season just to the fall. He has a ton of notable four-star players and high-level transfer players from places like USC, like Missouri, like South Carolina, from all different conferences. And Reggie sees that. And Reggie understands. Reggie being an alum of USC, Reggie being a Heisman Trophy winner, a national champion at USC, Reggie being a number 2 overall draft pick, Reggie being a former 5-star in high school, understands. Reggie also, as a college football analyst currently for Fox Sports, understands that the name of the game in college athletics, especially football more than any other sport, is recruiting. And Reggie's looking across the country down at Alabama, and he sees their starting quarterback is Bryce Young. Do you guys know where Bryce Young is from? He's from Southern California. He's from he went to Mater Dei High School, which I want to say is in a suburb of LA. Mater Dei High School, the same high school that Matt Leinart went to. Reggie's former teammate, who also won a Heisman Trophy while he was at USC. He sees that. Then he looks over across the country at Clemson University in South Carolina, and they see their starting quarterback, a former 5-star, DJ Uiagalelei. I'm probably saying that, I'm probably butchering that totally. And understands that, oh, you know where DJ went to high school at? In Los Angeles. DJ's dad was a bodyguard for Snoop Dogg for years and other famous entertainers. He's from LA. And he sees those two guys and a boatload of other talent. But those are just the two that come to mind right off the top of my head because 1, they are both from LA. 2, they were both in the same recruiting class. And 3, neither one of them chose USC. Bryce Young, I want to say, was actually committed to USC, actually, and flipped and went to Alabama. And now he is a Heisman frontrunner and probably will win it as a true sophomore in his first year starting at Alabama. So I say all of that to say this. Reggie sees that Deion, Coach Prime's ability to recruit and get players to come to Jackson State. Think about it. Jackson State didn't have proper facility. All of their stuff has been upgraded, by the way. In 1 year, he's gotten them 2 practice fields, a new game field, a 18-wheeler to travel all their equipment, new jerseys, new helmets, new locker rooms, new everything. He's completely helped revitalize the entire football program. And more people want to donate. And this is just the beginning. This is just in the first 365 days. He's been able to do this through a pandemic, right? Through a water shortage in the city of Jackson. Hell, his team had to take, and coaches had to take showers and baths in a pool at one point. And he's been able to do all of this. So imagine what he could do at a place with no budget, by the way, with a very minimal budget for the football and the athletics department. He's been able to do all of this in 1 calendar year at Jackson State. Reggie's saying, just imagine. Reggie's thinking, he's visualizing, he's picturing. Just imagine what Coach Prime Deion Sanders could do at USC, where they have all the resources, where they're in Los Angeles, not Jackson, Mississippi, where the recruits, you could throw a rock from your backyard and hit a 5-star in the head. That's how close the recruits are. That's what Reggie said. And you're doing it at a prestigious program at the Power 5 level in USC, in a conference that's up for the taking. UCLA and Oregon are battling for Pac-12, not USC. That's what Reggie's seeing. That's why Reggie wants Deion. That's why he's trying to get behind it. But let's be realistic. It'll never happen. At least not now. Not yet. USC is not ready for Deion Sanders to be their head coach. One, because he's had one spring season as the head coach of Jackson State, and he's 3 games into a fall season. In a spring season, he had a 500 record because the Alcorn, they listed him as 4-3, but Alcorn game they didn't play, so he had a 500 record, and he's 2-1 in his first fall season, and with a loss to UM Monroe, FBS team that didn't win a game last time they played. They were 0-10. Now they're an improved program, but they were 0-10 the last time they played a fall season. So let's slow down a little bit. And that's why when Coach Prime Deion Sanders was asked about USC, when it was brought to his attention that people like Reggie Bush and other folks are campaigning for him to get the USC job, he's like, hey, yo, I'm right here at Jackson State. I'm focused on, improving Jackson State. I'm focusing on, I think they play Delta State this week. Focusing on Delta State. I'm not focusing on USC. I'm not worried about what USC got going on. I'm worried about what we're doing right here in Jackson, Mississippi for the Jackson State Tigers and HBCU football and continue to change the culture. I'm trying to help Alcorn, who had a shortage of trainers this week, and they couldn't even practice because they had a shortage of athletic trainers. I'm trying to help them get some trainers. I'm trying to do stuff like that. I'm trying to continue to provoke change at the HBCU level. So I applaud him. I continue to applaud him because that's great. And I also think Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, he's a man of integrity. He's a man of his word. Now, a lot of people, especially in college athletics, aren't those kind of people. They jump ship, they jump jobs, they go for better opportunities, more money, all this stuff. I mean, what the hell would it look like for Deion Sanders to jump ship for any job? Whether USC, Florida State, Texas, whatever, any job after 1 year at Jackson State. You come in, you say all of this stuff, you do all this stuff, you get these guys to follow you, get your own sons to come to Jackson State, and you jump ship after one fall football season? No, that just wouldn't be a bad look. In my brain, like if I'm just being a complete 100% transparent, I don't believe Deion would leave Jackson State before Shedeur leaves. He's a starting quarterback. He's a true freshman quarterback's son. There's no way I see Deion Jackson State, whether Florida State job comes open, USC job open, hell, the President of the United States job's open. I don't see Deion Sanders leaving his children, like his real children, Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders. I don't see him leaving Jackson before they leave Jackson, whether it's to the NFL, XFL, CFL, whatever, you know what I mean, or they get a regular job. I don't see him leaving Jackson, Mississippi before his kids get their college degree at Jackson State University. I don't see it. There's no way I see that. So to me, that's minimum 3 years for Shedeur, right? He's a true freshman. So minimum 3 years for Shedeur. Shiloh's got 3 or 4 years of eligibility. Like, I don't see that happening. So Deion's going to be there for at least 3 years, right? He's got to see that first class at least get out the door, because there's no way you bring in all those guys and you're a man of faith and of integrity and not stick it out with at least them, right? So those are my thoughts on that. Deion to USC would be, it'd give me something to talk about all the time, right? He already does with Jackson State, but especially if he went down to USC, he'd give a lot of the ESPNs and the Fox Sports something to talk about every day. He already gives me stuff to talk about every day with Jackson State because, we're B1 all day, every day here. So, no, but the USC thing, it's just a Reggie Bush pipe dream. It's not going to happen. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Join us October 29th through November 1st at the All Black National Convention at the Omni Hotel in Orlando, Florida. It is going to be an amazing event. It's going to be something you're not going to want to miss. So be sure to join us at the All Black National Convention in Orlando, Florida at the Omni Hotel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you next time. And for my Facebook folks, I'm Jeff Lightsy Sports on Facebook. I'll see you next time. Peace.